Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Respected viewers, you are watching YouTube channel Evergreen Knowledge and I am Dr.Abid Nawaz. Respected viewers, today let us talk about some more idioms. So the next idiom is cold turkey. Meanings of this idiom is to suddenly quit an old habit. Usage of this idiom is, my grandfather used to smoke a lot, but now he has kicked the habit cold turkey. Origin of this idiom is, do you know how this saying came to be? Well, actually, no one does. All we know is that it is an American saying that means to stop a bad habit, any bad habit, and if you stop it cold in its tracks, you have kicked it cold turkey. Next is dead duck, meaning a person who is cleaned out or is about to get caught for a mistake that they made. Usage of this idiom is, Aslam's mother told him to wash the milk, but he is a careless boy and it boiled over. Now when his mother finds out, he is a dead duck. Origin of this idiom is, this saying is about 2 centuries old and comes from Europe. What would happen to the duck if it were caught? It would be cooked and eaten. Similarly, anyone who made a mistake would be a dead duck if they got caught. Respected viewers, the next one is, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Meaning, don't depend on anything blindly. Usage. Zahid spent all the money he got at the fair, thinking his grandma would give him more, but she didn't. Maybe he shouldn't have counted his chickens before they hatched. Origin of this idiom is, have you read the story of the woman who was carrying a basket full of eggs, and then she started dreaming away about how many chickens she would have if all the eggs hatched, and how many eggs they would lay, and then how much money she would make and how rich she would be. And guess what? She stripped and dropped her basket and broke all her eggs. That's why you shouldn't keep your hopes too high. Next one is, early bird catches the worm. Meaning of this idiom is, to achieve your goal by starting out early. And usage of this idiom is, Faiqa started preparing for her exams 1 month ago and scored the top marks in her class. The early bird does catch the worm. Origin of this idiom is, imagine if you were a hen. You would have to get up really early and run if you want to catch worms to eat. Otherwise, all the other hens would have arrived and eaten them all up. So that's where this saying comes from. An observant farmer coined it, maybe. And the next one is kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. Meaning, to destroy something that is useful to you out of stupidity. Usage of this idiom is, Akram the farmer overworked his horse and now it's not feeling well and can't do his work. He shouldn't have killed the goose that laid the golden eggs. Origin of this idiom is, have you heard the story of the golden goose? It's about a farmer who had a goose that laid golden eggs, but it could lay only one egg a day. After a while, the farmer got greedy and decided to get all the eggs out by cutting open the goose's stomach. And when he did, he found no eggs at all and there was no goose to lay more eggs. You should never want too much out of anything. The next idiom is kill two birds with one stone. So meaning, to accomplish two things with one action. Usage of this idiom is, Zahid is a smart boy. He goes to the park to read and watch the children play. He kills two birds with one stone. Origin of this idiom is, in the olden days, man used to hunt with stone weapons. He used to kill birds in the trees by throwing rounded stones at them. And if he was lucky and there were many birds in the tree, it would hit more than one bird. Today, this saying refers to trying to accomplish more than one thing at one time. And respected viewers, the next idiom is scarce as a hen's teeth. The meaning of this idiom is very rare to find. Usage, winter berries are as scarce as hen's teeth in the summer. Origin of this idiom is, have you seen a hen with any teeth? That's impossible. Well, then how do they digest their food? They grind it up in their stomach, and anything that's as possible as finding a hen with teeth is expressed this way. The next one is sitting duck. Meaning of this idiom is, in a position to be hurt easily. Usage, the deer ran out of the tall grass. In the open, it was a sitting duck for the lion. Origin of this idiom is, do you know how they hunt ducks? Well, first and foremost, you have to be really quiet and you also have to sit down and be patient without making any sounds. Then you take aim at a sitting duck because it is easier to shoot than a duck that is flying about. So anyone who is in a position similar to the duck that is going to be shot is called a sitting duck. Now, the next one is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, meaning all the people in one group should be treated equally. Usage, if women are not allowed to fly planes, then neither should men. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. origin of this idiom is, first of all, a gander is a male goose, and whatever the gander gets, the goose should also get, since they are both the same. It just means that there should be no partiality. Don't you think so? In the early days, this could have implied equality of the sexes, but now it just means any two people. Wild goose chase, meaning a useless or hopeless search for something that can't be found. Usage: when Zahida lost her ring in the garden, trying to find it was a real wild goose chase. Origin: William Shakespeare, the famous playwright, once used this saying in one of his plays. Catching a wild goose by chasing it around is a very difficult thing. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Now that's another idiom for you. Now the last but not the least for today, ugly duckling, meaning anything that starts out looking ugly but turns out to be beautiful. Usage of this idiom is, Salim was a shabby boy, but now he is all grown up and he looks so handsome. Now that's what I call an ugly duckling. Origin of this idiom is, heard the story of the ugly duckling? There was an ugly duckling that was very sad because its friends would not play with it. But one day it looked into the water and found out that it had become a beautiful swan. It tells us that we shouldn't judge anything too early. We should wait and watch, and it might grow into a very beautiful thing. So, my dear and respected viewers, now let me wind up my lecture over here. So, if life permits, I'll be with you with the next video, and I hope that today's video will be liked by you, and you will like, subscribe and share my YouTube channel. So let me leave till the next video. So take care of yourselves and of your beloveds. May Allah bless us all. Allah Hafiz.